charmed. Oh. You just might hate me for this, but let's talk bag charms. Enchanted. I am charmed to meet you. Bag charms. Did you guys know on this channel, sustainability matters and we embrace imperfect sustainability? So, because of that, I'll leave you some tips on how you could be imperfectly sustainable. Bag charms. The Hermes Rodeo. Wow. Is that the price? Okay, let's check this one. It's a different color though. Doesn't color matters? Or is it the leather? Is it the leather? Is it the same leather? But are you sure you didn't add a number to it? Shouldn't it be, yeah, shouldn't it be a 1-digit number? Right? It should be a 1-digit number, right? No? Seriously? For a bag charm? A rodeo? Okay, how about the Pegasus? Okay, something must be wrong with me because I cannot comprehend for the life of me. Maybe my cap is on too tight. I think I'm seeing incorrectly. And I do have myopic. Yeah. I'll just get my glasses. It's still the same. So I was correct. That's the price for a back charm? Are you serious? Why? It makes no sense to me. None. None. And to add insult to injury, it has become a trend. Everybody is balkanizing or Jane Balkifying their bags. I already have issues with those twillies on top of the handles. While I could see their practicality, their uses, it just makes me feel like something is wrong with the bag. Like the bag needs to be taken to the hospital or the back spa. But I'm thinking more the hospital. When I see such a big boo-boo wrapped around, it makes me feel like I need to call the doctor for your bags. Honestly, the only issue is that these days with the current healthcare system, doctors, physicians, they don't do in-home callings anymore. Did you guys know that? Yeah. So, And guys, I know, they have their uses, but I just think that it detracts from the bag itself. I could see a twilly being used as a scarf, as a hair accessory. But what is it doing on what? Okay. To each their own. If you love it, if you think it enhances the aesthetic of your bag, absolutely, you do you. Seriously, it's me. It's a me thing. It's just me. And who am I for you to listen to? Yeah, seriously, who am I? But it not look good. Doesn't look good. From where I'm sitting, and I'm sitting pretty today. Yeah. In my opinion. Guys, back charms, twillies, I do not see them have a place in my wardrobe, but I applaud and I admire those who love them, because maybe it's a childhood thing where you grow up with these charms. I didn't have a lot growing up, so I don't have any attachment to these types of things. I grew up with less. That's why probably, but then it should have the opposite effect, right? It should mean that I would want, when I'm able to afford these things, I would really want to collect them, like to have a whole room of them. Nah, it's not my jam. Yeah, it's not my cup of cocoa at all. Yeah, I don't understand back charms, and I don't understand twilly on bags. Can somebody help me understand? Besides the fact that the twilly is supposed to protect the bag, but then you're making your beautiful bag. Okay, I'm not going to repeat myself. But the charms, okay. The price? Seriously, how could somebody justify that price? Can you guys just give me that money, please? I'm not kidding. I need that. I could deal with that money. Because it's hard to get me speechless. And if that does, you should know. Guys, this back charm thing is charming its way into so many people's closet. People that I'm watching, not once did they ever think of owning a back charm. All of a sudden, they are back charm crazy, and it's the back charms with, some of them have all sort of crystals and embellishments, and some of them have some really, really ugly, bulging looking eyes. No offense, but it's true from my opinion. Seriously? And people saying it's cute. And are we not looking at the same things? Is this fluffy, bug-like looking thing? And I know some people, my apologies to all those who love bugs. It's not me. So, if I don't love the bugs in the natural environment, and you know me, I'm very much into eco-friendly stuff. Anything that sustains the earth. In fact, the species are dying, but I don't talk about it much. No. One battle at a time for me. But to bring a toy bug charm, I'm missing the charm part, but okay, we'll go with it, into my closet. yeah, it's not appealing. The same thing applies as glittery and as shiny. I don't really gravitate towards shiny objects as much because they could be very deceptive. You look at something and it's so pretty. It's so charming. And that's my issue with charm. Charm is, being charming could be a very narcissistic trait. And I've dealt with a lot of that crap. So I'm no longer persuaded by charms. Forgive me if I'm tiny bit bitter here. Yeah, I'm allowed. I've been through the grinder. So I am definitely not charmed by this current charm trend, because every single time I turn on my YouTube app, I am confronted with thumbnails that are trying to drive me nuts. And I could be quite charming under a given circumstance. Nah, I'm too blunt. Yeah, I'm a little bit rough around the edges. Yeah. But I'm nice. I'm a very, very nice friend. And I am an amazingly good listener and communicator. I would talk the hell to you until in the morning, just so that we are good. Yeah. So, yeah, that's not too bad. So where I lack, maybe in charm, I make up with communication. Yeah. Could forgive me? Yeah. Cool. But I'm still not charmed by these charm pieces. And yeah, I'm not against all back charms. There are some useful ones. I remember I had a little one years ago with a little flashlight. When I squeeze it, oh, that was a key ring. It was a key ring. But it looked like you could place it on your bag as a charm. But why place it on my bag and not inside my bag? I could still reach for it in there and make use of it as a little tiny flashlight. And of course there's some that are whistles. Those could be charming. There I use that word. But on a bag, I could understand it around your neck. As a scout leader or a basketball sport referee player, but yeah, oh God, I can't wrap my head around. I'm trying to find ways in which I could understand the charm around this charm trend. But okay, so whistles, flashlights, key holders, those are practical. But I still place them in my bag. Okay, I'm done. I can't. One of the other issue for me with these charms is that they lack so much originality. Just like the fast fashion industry, nothing is original. I swear. It's like everybody and their uncle, auntie, she, he, her, them, they, there have the same charm. That's why I'm telling you, I don't feel charmed. I feel overwhelmed. I watch the same charm. And then they're doubling and tripling it. They're hiding the actual bag. I cannot recognize a Birkin anymore or a Kelly. I could no longer recognize them. All I'm seeing are charms. It lacks authenticity for me. if you're following everyone, buying the same charms, even, yeah, how authentic are you? And what are you going to do with them when you're done? I'm serious about that question. I am repeating it just so that you try to get me here. Yeah. Why? Why are you collecting all these charms? Please, please. I beg. Go thrift. Is it an age thing? Did we miss out on something in our childhood? No, seriously. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Are we regressing? You know, sometimes you could be traumatized by maybe it's the economic times that you just want to regress into childhood where you want your mama. You want your babysitter to come play with you. There's even hamburger charms, guys. There are hamburger charms. There are charms all over. And yes, some may say, listen, it's my money, and if it brings me joy, and I am all for joy, seriously. In these times, with all the shocking things that's happening in the world, with all the things that people put you through, you need joy. You need something to bring you joy and happiness. But remember, every emotion, you do know it's temporary, right? Joy, happiness, fear, sadness, laughter, they're all temporary. They come and they go. It's good that if you're in a constant state of happiness, but it has to be internal. You have to be at peace with yourself. Nothing, these charms are not gonna bring you happiness. Yeah, everything is temporary. It's like sometimes you come in and you look at your collection and you're like, this is my happy space. And then you leave and you go out and you're unhappy because you're not internally happy. You need to fix that inside. It starts from in there. Because for me, you see, peace of mind, for me, that's what makes me happy. And it's only when people upset my peace of mind that I get unhappy. But otherwise, I am normally a very happy woman. I am innately happy despite all that I've been through. I smile at the storms. I would cry. But I am by nature, my teachers and my friends used to say I'm always grinning. I'm always grinning. And my childhood did not favor much grinning when it comes to materialistic things. So it has to come from within. It has to. These charms, I just had to question what we are doing. It's not that I want to deprive you of your temporary happiness, but I want you to think deeply of the reason why, as a 62-year-old or a 55-year-old or a 35-year-old or as a 16-year-old, although I could understand a 16-year-old, why you're still playing with charms and paying such exorbitant prices for a back charm. That's all I need to know. Let me know down below and I'll get off your case. Yeah. The overproduction of these items, I could see them like glittering in the landfills when you no longer need them. When it's no longer on trend, you're just gonna dump them because they're not necessarily marketable, except for the Pegasus and the rodeo. People are still stupidly, you're not stupid, you like what you like, but people are still buying them. It makes no sense to me, but yeah. The overproduction of these unnecessary items, these are things that I think there should not be a trend. There shouldn't be a trend when it comes to these things. In fact, what I propose is that if you really need to be charmed by a bag charm, why don't you DIY one? Seriously, there are so many knickknacks of stuff that are left over from your bags that you could absolutely place them on your bags. So in that sense, you're reusing and you're recycling stuff. Why don't you go to, let's say, the thrift store, buy something that you see there, instead of having these things go into production? Seriously, it's hurting my eyes and my head looking at these things. I am obviously not charmed by them, and I don't understand the hype, I don't understand the trend, and I hope that you would wake up. But as I've said, I've provided you with a solution that if you really need to, if you think you absolutely must have a charm on your bag, please, can I beg you to just, do some thrifting? Yeah, please. Yeah. I hope that you have listened and that you understand my position, while I'm also trying to understand yours as well. And stay charmed in a good way. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Okay, I've come back to say that I could see it as a hobby, but the trend needs to stop. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye now. Yeah. But don't overdo it with the hobby thing. I mean, sometimes we could really go overboard with a hobby. Yeah. Yeah. If you have, I'm going. If you have some sort of responsibility when it comes to circularity of these items, I could understand. If you're donating them responsibly, I could understand. Okay, I'm going. But yeah, curb your enthusiasm a little bit, even if it's a hobby. Just saying. But enjoy your hobby. Yeah. Okay, I'm gone now. Bye.